because it has solid front and rear axles, you get a lot more wheel travel. So when the one wheel's up, the other one, this is pretty extreme. You'll get some lift. Let's get over here so we can see it better. A better shot. So look at the front wheels, how they get punched up. See that wheel? One's shoved way up in the wheel well, the other one is all the way still maintaining traction. That is articulation, the definition.
All four wheels on the ground?
All four wheels the entire time. Now watch this.
Oh, I love the angles.
Watch it again. So here's a case where you're losing significant traction. Look at that. 3 feet off the ground. Works. And so I've got it in 4-low now. I do not have this Jeep is also equipped with a rear locker too.
Okay.
It really just makes sure that you get 100% of the torque to the rear wheels 100% of the time. Not sure we're going to need it today, but if we do, we've got another level of capability we can also employ.
Well, I just took a Ram Rebel through here, so that was impressive for a big pickup.
That is a big pickup, and got a little more ground clearance, but it always comes down to traction too, right? So,
yeah. And the nice thing about this car is you can see where you're going.
Yes. And that's the key, is just keep some momentum. Let the Jeep figure it out. The Jeep has a very sophisticated, it's going to figure out which wheel has the absolute most traction, and it's going to continue to move it around the power until it finds that traction. So always a little bit of forward momentum is all you need to keep going. Just modulate the throttle a little bit. It'll go right through it. And that's the great part about a Trailhawk. I mean, this thing's got the serious hardware and mechanicals underneath, but it's got a full complement of skid plates. So your transmission, your oil pan, your front and rear def, everything's completely covered. So any banging and booming doesn't phase it. Does not phase it. Because the water's a little deeper than maybe what it appears on the surface.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be taking the Rebel through it or not, but apparently I was. I might have been overly cautious too.
No, I think we have a little extra water in here today with some rain overnight, but that's okay. Hopefully he'll go over the articulation.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because inside the car you go, oh, that's neat, the wheels are coming off. I was behind the Wrangler, came out really early to look at it. Oh, they're about 3 feet off the ground. So it's pretty dramatic.
I have to say that turn is a lot harder in the Rebel, I think.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, was that like a 4-point turn you did, or?
I just went straight on through it. I must have picked out the trail pretty well. I was surprised.
Yeah, I would have thought that would have been a multi-point turn. You know, lightweight, again, a lot like Renegade, short wheelbase, lightweight, good traction management system. The thing's a sled.
So if I was to get, say, a base model Cherokee or Renegade, it would be basically the same body, right? I mean, you don't reinforce the body. It's the skid plates and...
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with suspension and then the skid plates, and in this case, you've got the rear locker. So it's all purpose built. So the additional content you'll get on Trailhawk is just pure capability. Pure capability. Even the hood decal, you go, well, okay, it's a decal. How is that capable? But you know, in Moab, for example, where we go every year, if you get on some of the obstacles, you're on a 35-degree incline, and the sun hits your hood. I mean, you get massive glare, so it takes away the glare. So it's actually very functional. Yeah, it's an aesthetic piece, and it is a styling cue of all the Trailhawks, but it's also very functional. But yeah, you're right. It's suspension, get a higher ride height. So the Renegade and the Cherokee are about an inch higher than the other versions. Ride height, different tires, rear locker in this case, and the skid plates. That's it. And the fascia is different as well too. So you have a better approach angle for steep obstacles, so you don't hit. You can get, you know, a higher degree of approach angle on both the Renegade and the Cherokee. So slightly different look, but most of the story's in the hardware.
I think one of the issues is when you do the when you do the test where you lift up one wheel and you drop the other wheel.
Yes.
That's where the body strength and the design come in.
It is, and that's where a stiff chassis makes a huge difference, because you need that. You've got to be able to concede it. Not giving it enough gas. I didn't want to make this thing lurch, because that's not that tricky right there, but better to be cautious.